December 11th, 1978. It is 3:12 a.m., and a freezing winter wind sweeps across the silent tarmac of JFK International Airport in New York. A black Ford Econoline van quietly rolls out of the shadows, slipping past the heavy security of the cargo terminal. Inside, a crew of masked gunmen waits for the signal. Within 64 minutes, these men will drive back out through those same gates, having executed the largest cash robbery in American history. Yet this $6 million score triggered a federal crackdown that would eventually fracture the Lucchese family's hierarchy. The architect behind the operation was Jimmy Burke, known on the streets as Jimmy the Gent. An associate of the Lucchese crime family, Burke built a reputation on meticulous planning and high-level logistics. Stealing millions from an international airport required a mastermind who understood that a successful heist is built on patience and intelligence, not just street-level violence. The vulnerability Burke needed was found in an employee named Louis Werner, an airport worker buried under a massive gambling debt owed to the mob. To clear his debt, Werner revealed a secret. Lufthansa Airlines was regularly flying millions of dollars in untraceable American currency in from West Germany. Werner provided the intelligence Burke required: impenetrable vault codes, exact guard schedules, and night shift employee names. Using this data, Burke's crew mapped the operation down to the second, creating a narrow window where no guards could raise the alarm. Even the most heavily fortified vault is useless when the intruders have the floor plans and the entry codes before they even arrive. At 3:12 a.m., the crew cuts the perimeter padlocks. They move across the dark tarmac and slip into the cargo terminal without tripping perimeter sensors. They corner the night shift staff immediately. By addressing the employees by their first names, the mobsters demonstrate that they already know who they are and where they live, forcing total compliance. The shift manager is forced to open the main vault. Because of the inside intelligence, the crew knows exactly how to access the cash without triggering the silent alarm. They load 40 massive parcels into the van, $5 million in untraceable bills, and $1 million in jewels. Exactly 64 minutes after they arrived, the van drives out of the terminal. The crew had escaped with $6 million without firing a single shot. By the following morning, the inside job headline was everywhere, forcing federal investigators to treat the heist as a direct challenge to the security of JFK. The robbery proved that a well-informed crew could overcome even the most sophisticated physical security systems through pure human engineering. To finalize the job, Jimmy Burke gave crew member Stax Edwards one critical task: take the getaway van to a New Jersey junkyard and have it crushed into a metal cube. Instead, Edwards got high and abandoned the van on a street in Brooklyn, leaving the uncrushed vehicle in plain sight. Within days, police officers spotted the vehicle and called in forensic teams. Inside, investigators recovered muddy footprints and clear fingerprints. This physical evidence provided the FBI with a direct link to Burke's associates. Burke realized the forensic trail was tightening. He knew the FBI would soon be offering immunity deals to anyone willing to testify against the Lucchese family. $1 million criminal operation was unraveled by a single moment of laziness after the robbery was already over. Burke decided that the only way to keep the cash and avoid a life sentence was to eliminate every living witness to the heist. He launched a systematic protocol to silence his own crew members before the FBI could bring them in for questioning. Across the city, the lives of the men involved in the heist were abruptly ended in a series of coordinated mob hits. Investigators continuously discovered the remains of the heist participants in abandoned cars, garbage trucks, and meat lockers. The very success of the robbery became the death warrant for the men who carried it out. This string of murders provided the FBI with the leads they needed to launch a decade-long campaign of wiretaps and indictments against the Lucchese leadership. The resulting legal pressure and internal instability eventually fractured the syndicate, weakening the empire that had sanctioned the original job. What do you think? Was Jimmy Burke a criminal genius for the planning, or a failure for his choice of crew? Let us know your thoughts on the Lufthansa heist in the comments below. For more deep dives into the dark history of the criminal underworld, subscribe to Underworld Vault. The Mafia Code of Silence is a powerful tool, but human greed and paranoia are often more effective at tearing it down.